I did too. So we can say good morning because it says you are live, and I am going to wait until we're caught up on the YouTube end so I can mute that side. Good morning, everybody. If you are on, it says that nobody's watching us. And
say my phone just dinged that we're live.
yes, mine just dinged that we're live too. So we may have a chat just between you and I. And
That's okay.
Which
there already.
somebody they're just lurking, and that is fine because my mind is kind of lurking too this morning. I told you earlier that I woke up so late and the grandson is sleeping in the other room, and it's so funny. He goes to bed really late because of his mama's schedule, so a lot of times he's awake late at night and he's playing games and whatever. And I have a gaming chair, and he fell asleep on the gaming chair, and his hind parts were like in the hole between the headrest and the seat. And he's a lot bigger than, he's getting older, and I'm over there trying to lift him up and scoop his hind parts up from that little hole.
Oh, that's good.
And then as soon as I got him to the bed, because I wheeled him close to the bed, as soon as I got him close to the bed and got him in the bed, his friend his little alarm went off where his friend was on live and when it was ready to game, and his mind was up. That's like, let me go ahead and play. Let me go ahead and play. He went from sleeping to let's get this play mode going. He was in gamer mode. Hey, Mike, how are you? Good morning. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for talking to us. Hey, has anybody seen Bev lately?
No.
Have people seen Bev in the chat? I emailed her, and she normally responds, and I've just not seen her anyplace.
No, I haven't seen her anywhere.
And the last time she was out of commission, she was sick.
And she was bad sick at that time.
So if you all see Bev in a chat, Beverly Akins, tell her I'm stalking her and she needs to email me and let me know she's okay.
Yep.
But so do you want to share what you were working on, Deb, that you showed me earlier?
Oh, wow.
Your little apples.
I'm just working on this. This is what I won from Janice.
Let me make you big. I think that's so cute. Good morning, Brenda.
They're little bitty mini wall hangings. And I cut out all the pieces. I'm using this as the background.
Love it.
And then this is my blue.
Love that.
This is my green for the apple stem.
Very nice.
And then this is for the apples.
Very nice.
I keep turning it.
I like all those tone-on tones. They're so much better than they read solid, but they have more texture to them.
And that's for all the pieces that are all around this middle part.
Mm-hmm. And what's the finish on that?
They're tiny. 15 by 15, I think.
Okay.
I guess that's not tiny. The pieces are all tiny. It's talking about batting that's 15 by 15.
Oh, okay. Well, I was watching Sean yesterday morning, Sean and Danelle.
Oh, here
And,
it is. The mini measures 12.5 by 12.5.
oh, so it's just a block size. So you could technically make that for a whole quilt, a whole bunch of
Yeah,
fabric.
yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
the stem
Mm-hmm.
The stem is that blue, and then the green is this leaf up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have to find some blue for here and some green for over here.
Good morning, Melissa.
And then when I find those two, the opposites are going to be the binding on it.
Oh, okay. That's cute. I want to see what that looks like.
Look at these cutting instructions on it. They're
Like,
just it's just a list. And it's all tiny.
Oh,
They're tiny, tiny pieces.
good morning, Susan.
Look
Melissa,
at this size piece. Oh my gosh. And I have a couple that are even smaller than this.
Melissa, did you end up buying anything from So Yeah? Last night I saw you on there on the chat in So Yeah. Yeah, those are teeny pieces. Susan, are you doing okay? Well, I've been
Well,
finished.
Susan, I didn't even see you there.
Yeah, she's up. She is up bright and early.
Hi, Brenda.
Mike, I bought more polka dots. Yes, I did. And oh my gosh.
I know.
So let me tell you, I was so worn out. It was so hot. I was on my magic chair just listening to So Yeah yesterday. My husband was on his chair and he was saying, just go and buy what you need. Just go ahead and buy what you need. I said, I already spent X amount of dollars on So Yeah. He goes, just go buy what you need. So, and then at some point I fell asleep and he said, you missed things. You don't know what you could have bought.
Yeah.
So, I fell asleep, but yeah, I spent a little bit too much money for being on a fabric diet.
Yeah.
But I got some polka dots and I got some 108s, and I had bought some 108s. I had bought some 108s a couple weeks ago, and I go through 108s. I didn't realize how much I use. And I think I was making a list and I've made 23 charity quilts this year so far. And my husband said, well, don't you want to make a quilt for us? Don't you want to make charity quilts are easy because you can keep them in that 54, 60-inch range.
Yeah.
That quilt size. Yeah, Melissa. Well, they had some cute 108s yesterday. And but I tend to go for the lighter backgrounds, although I did buy a really, really pretty blue. But I tend to go with the lighter backgrounds because the lighter backgrounds I can always use for backgrounds, the pieces that's left over, the scraps, I can use it in another scrappy quilt. Yeah, and it's because, Susan, it's because I commit myself. I open my mouth and tell somebody I'm going to do something before I think it through. So, and I'm one of those people that I try not to back out. If I tell you I'm going to do something, then I just go ahead.
Yeah.
And I've got that one scrappy quilt that I am finishing up. And I'm not making any more quilts this summer. I'm just going to work on smaller projects and a few things that I've got going in the background. Yeah, it's Melissa, it's just that, you commit to something. Susan, Did I see you on somebody's live? It might have been Kathy's about getting another featherweight. For some reason, I'm thinking, or I might have dreamt it, but I was thinking about. I thought I saw that you had another featherweight because I'm going to go into featherweight rescue mode here pretty soon. I like featherweights. Oh, okay. Putting Borders on My Brown Bag Mystery by Karen Montgomery. I'm going to have to write that down. But yeah, I don't plan on doing much this summer. This heat, it was 93 degrees yesterday, and I thought I was gonna oh yeah, Doreen, that's what you said. And Doreen is the one that was with
She was
you.
with Sandra and Laura.
Right. It's so exciting to get the first one. I would love to so Terry could just fix mine. She could make it all pretty like she does all the ones that she works on. Yeah, it is hot. For June, it is hot. It was so hot yesterday, and in Georgia it just smells like we have all that farmland, so if you drive around, it smells like pesticide in the air when it gets too hot. It has this farm. I saw somebody who had a featherweight on a Facebook thing. I was looking for a featherweight, and they wanted $799. And this is from a Facebook person. But it needed a belt, and it needed some tweaking, and it needed this, and it needed that. And I'm thinking, how do you sell a featherweight for that much money when you have to go and spend another $500-$600?
Spend a lot on it.
Yeah. Good morning, Joe. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe.
Okay, so Susan, I don't know if you get out by the beach, but I've been seeing some Instagram videos of all these gators in the ocean. I want to know if that's true, because not only do you have to go to Florida and worry about the sharks, now you have to worry about the gators floating around out there. Oh, good morning, Bernice. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Bernice.
So we're just kind of hanging out and chatting, just starting our Sunday morning. I do have an errand to run this morning.
Yeah. I did go online and I bought some more of this white with the snowflakes in the background. There we go.
We need to get you a blue light or black light.
See if I just keep turning it a little, you can see them.
It's really, I like that.
But I needed this for that, for this quilt that I wanted to make.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the blues all cut out, and then I start looking for my white with the snowflakes on it and cannot find it. And I'm like, I know I have some here. Couldn't find it. So I went online and I bought some more. I bought like 4 more yards of it. And then I turn around and I find it. I found it yesterday. So
you can never have too much fabric unless you're starting to hide it.
Well, I must have been hiding it because it took me how long to find it? So I'll get that cut up today so I can start working on that one too.
So I saw a gator. I saw a picture, and like I said, it was on Instagram, and it was some people at the beach, and there was a gator actually lounging on the beach. It showed it swimming right by a pier, and then it was lounging on the beach. And I don't know if it looked like a log that was just floating in the water. Hey, Sean, good morning.
Good morning, Sean.
Do you want to come up, Mike? I can post the link. Hold on. Anybody can come up. Hold on. I expect you up tomorrow, with my big
Joe. Joe says fabric doesn't hide, it secretly follows you around.
Oh, I can't help myself. It's just something about the fabric. And I don't know what is up with the polka dots here lately, but I think I'm going to make a bag because my bags disappear every time I make a bag, even if it's a simple no zipper, just a very simple bag. They go home with my granddaughter. My granddaughter is collecting my bags. Yes, fabric collector. We'll just have a museum of fabric. We die.
Susan swims in pools, not lakes or oceans.
Yeah, I'm not an ocean person. There's too many things out in the ocean. And the oceans in the East Coast is very different than the oceans in the West Coast and the ocean on an island. Like I was raised in Hawaii and there's a lot of there's a lot of surf in Hawaii. And so that's kind of scary if you're not a good swimmer. And then, oh, look who's coming up. Come on, Mike. Do you have your camera on? I think he's trying. There he is. Hey, you are camera worthy.
I think he got a haircut.
I did.
Looks so cool. Looks so cool.
How you ladies doing?
Good.
Fine. And I expected the Phyllis Diller hair. I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't know if I would show that.
Oh no. Oh no. I was gonna tell if you came on tomorrow night on the live, I was gonna tell you and Debbie G that we needed to do something with our hair and just have it all like floating all over the place.
It's short enough so it's not bad.
So Melissa's telling you hi and Susan is saying hi. And I don't know if you saw where Sean told you hi. But so what are you up to? You want to share anything, Mike? We can let you have
I am up to nothing.
Nothing?
I'm up to nothing. I'm just relaxing.
Yeah.
I'm up early and I'm awake, so that's a start.
We need to know, did that girl ever get her computer turned on?
Well, I haven't seen her since.
Oh.
But I do believe they actually replaced the computer, which makes IT even stupider than she is.
Oh.
Can't make it up. Can't make it up. She doesn't do anything anyway, which was me proving the exact point.
Yeah.
She can get away with doing nothing, and some people can't.
Yeah. I never could get away with it.
It's not in my nature.
I can't do nothing when I'm at work.
It's a very DMV-like environment.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah. And I am not like that. I can't sit still. I have to work. I'm very old school, and some of these people just drag. And it's wild. Wild. They come in, they do nothing. Lunch.
I think what gets me is the crying that goes on. When I was in the office environment, and I was the manager over my department. And sometimes I would hire people, and if you gave them one little thing extra because somebody was on vacation or somebody had left and you're waiting for a replacement, they would cry like their whole world is collapsing around them. I mean, literal tears. And then you have to send them to go get mental health therapy because they were having a breakdown over taking one little extra duty. And I'm thinking, we're from the school that you did 2, 3, 4 people's jobs until
Yeah.
those spaces were
Yeah.
filled. Because
And
the
you never
company
said anything. You just did it.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
unheard of.
Yeah, you might go home and complain, but you still did it,
Yeah.
because that's where your paycheck came from. And Melissa said that's why you need to
Unfortunately,
write
it's
a book.
going in that direction. What?
Melissa said that's why you need to write a book. So can you see
I
the
do. I
comments?
need to
Mike?
write a play. I can't. How do I see the comments?
If you look at the right-hand side,
Oh,
there's
join
a
the
section that
chat.
says comments.
Yes, everybody. Hello. Okay, now I know how this works. I'm very not savvy, believe it or not.
Oh, that's
I had a heck of a time when I first came up with her.
Yeah, that's okay. Most of the time I don't know what I'm doing either. That's why I love Mona, because Mona will get up and she'll knock herself off. She'll have 3 pictures of herself, and she's learning the process, and you got to learn it somewhere. And the easiest
Yes.
way is to go live and look like a fool.
Yes.
So, Mike, when are you going to start your channel?
Well, I have stuff in the works, but they're
Oh,
all
good.
so secretive, I can't really talk about any of them, which I guess is a good place to be. So
Yeah.
call me the
Yeah.
Enigma.
So we're looking forward to, and you're going to be one of those channels that's just going to blow up, because you have that sense of humor.
Either that or I'll have like 4 followers, so we'll see.
Well, 4 followers is
I
better
think you
than
got more than 4 followers right now.
I haven't even looked.
Hey, bro.
I think you do.
Let's see, shall we?
I was going to say, let's go over and look.
Yeah, let's go look.
Oh, I have 36. That's wild.
I know. I thought you had.
Oh,
I'm one of them.
Let's see.
if you haven't
Oh.
joined, join. Go. What do I take? Be kind. Let's do this. I have too many windows open. Hold on. Close. So yeah, I'm very crafty OCD. I have everything going on at once. That's just the way that I do everything. So it's going to be a little bit of everything, a little bit of paper craft, a little bit of painting stuff, quilting, sewing, crazy stuff. If I see something crazy on the street, the camera's coming out. That's my new thing. Because I can give you the crazy that many people don't have access to.
Hey, can you all see Mike on YouTube? I need to make sure that you can see him. Hey, Katie, if you can just give me a yes, a thumbs up that you can see Mike, because I'm looking at my YouTube screen and it's like behind or something.
I see me.
Okay, I can see you now. I just backed it up, I guess. I don't know what I did. I broke my own YouTube. Thanks, Bernice. So, Mike, we need to talk
Girl, we
about.
here.
Yeah, we need to talk about your preparation. Have you been working out to do your challenge with Donna? Have you been practicing?
I have a technique. It's a very simple technique, but I wasn't anticipating how small these things are. I saw them online again yesterday, and I'm like, oh, they're really small. So that's the challenge.
So what did you do? Are you going to go out and get Scrabble tiles and just practice with Scrabble tiles?
No. I've been peeling plexiglass for years. I did a lot of work with plexiglass when I was in the theater. So
Okay.
it was one show where I peeled 70 sheets. So I just went, but that was a big sheet.
Right, right.
I used to do a lot of painting on the back of plexiglass. I did I did a Star Trek spaceship once, so there was a lot of that going on.
Oh.
And that was back in the day before we had money or any technology. So I had plexiglass and paint.
Bernice Mike does have a channel, but I don't think there's anything on it. I'm subscribed and I never get any notifications. So
There's nothing yet.
obviously he just likes to creep up on people.
You're my first. This is my inaugural hello.
I'm excited, and you have such a good screen presence, so I'm excited. Yay for me! Yay for me!
Yay!
So yeah, I think you would do really well. There is John from Conscious Quilting that he does thread art and stuff. And when he first came on, I found his channel. He only had like 200 subscribers. And I went back 2 weeks later and he was over 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah. And some of his items got blocked because he used music in the background he shouldn't have.
Oh.
But he does really good work. I think he lives up. I don't know where John lives, but he does really well. No Aquanet. No, he cut his hair. I don't know what he would Aquanet.
No Aquanet. I don't kill the environment anymore. I think I did enough damage in the 80s.
Oh my God. You know, I had an older neighbor who was a hairdresser for the longest time. And she actually died of lung cancer because of all the, because, you know, way back when, I mean, she was a lot older than I am, but way back when they had fluorocarbons or something in the spray and it left things in her lungs, nodules in her lungs.
And probably just the hair clippings alone weren't helping either.
Yeah. Hey, Mama J Enterprises.
It's Andrea.
Oh, it's Andrea.
Oh, Andrea. So that is your new name. So do I need to follow that channel now? Is that what your new channel is?
I think it's the same.
Or
name-
did
I
you
think she just changed her name is all.
Okay. You know, YouTube is funny because YouTube does not give you notifications on everybody. It doesn't matter if you follow them, if you have the alert set, that there are people that I will see 2 or 3 days later and find out that they were live. And I never received their notifications.
I'm just always lurking.
I lurk a lot too. And you seem to lurk from the early morning to late in the evening.
If I'm working, I'm lurking.
So
Which is sad that you see me that much, so that's not good.
So are we in your attic? Or
No, you're in my front office where I do my work.
Oh, okay. So you don't work in the attic, you just hide stuff in the
I
attic.
hide stuff. It goes from the front door to the attic until it can get hidden and sorted.
Okay.
So I haven't been doing much running lately.
Oh, you haven't? So then what you do is the stuff stays sorted in the attic for about 3 months. And when you bring it down to your workspace, you can say, oh, this stuff, I've had it for a while.
It has a day and no one goes in there. So no one really knows. Like people who know, but like it's just fabric.
So if something happened to you, are you going to be like the rest of us where somebody goes into your space and says, oh my gosh, what was going on? And all they do is pull up crap. I mean,
I know someone who does embroidery work, and I've had conversations with her, and she looked at me, and I'm like, no, he doesn't know what it's worth at all. At all.
My husband's learning how much it's worth because he says, you know, your kids think they're going to come in and take some of this stuff. He says, ain't no way. He says, I'm going and I'm selling it all. He says, I know what it's worth.
Good. See?
I said, Well, good, because you'll be able to live a really long time on it.
Wait, and you know that sometimes, bye baby. Sometimes
Hi, honey.
he's going on his walk. Um, sometimes you go on these sites and they're selling vintage fabric for 2 or 3 times what it was worth, especially if it's a name
Yeah.
brand. And so when we die, our stuff is going to be vintage because we
Yeah.
can't use it all. So yeah. So we have to keep encouraging the upcoming creators and quilters so that our inventory will have value. We have to keep up the value.
True. Well,
If you ever break in the house, go up in the closet. Up in the closets.
My daughter, she sews and she quilts, but she doesn't do it very often, It's just whenever she gets a whim. So she thought that she was going to get all that stuff, all of my rulers, all of my fabric, everything. And my husband looks at her and goes, no. He says, you can have it if you pay for it.
Yeah, well, there's we're, because we're all, I don't know how old you are, Mike, but we're all kind of like in that same age group. You're probably like 40, 45.
Oh, I'm 50, but thank you.
Oh, so we're all in this age group. So when we start dying off, your Facebook or whatever it's called in the future will have all this vintage fabric for sale. And then you will have whoever survives us will have to tell the kids or whomever that no, you have to put in a bid for it. You're going to be like everybody else, and you're going to bid for it because. Andrea, how old are you? You're probably what, 50 something too? 50 something.
I'm the oldest one on the panel.
On the dais?
On this panel.
We're all young.
I used to be the baby of the group.
I think we all used to be a baby of the group until one day we just became the
And all of a sudden I'm thinking, I'm the old one.
So Andrew, you're not that old.
You're not that old.
No.
When Sheila comes on, Sheila's the oldest because Sheila's what, 73?
73, yeah.
Yeah, Sheila's 73, and Sheila looks good for 73.
Sheila doesn't look like she's 73.
What is your channel in New York Beauty? Melissa, I think that's it. If you click on it, you should be able to go to his channel. If you click on his name. Oh, Joe, I'll have to show you this. I have it. Oh, hold on a second. I might have it.
All right, let's see if this works.
Okay, so I had this out the other day, and I'm going to make myself big so you can see it, Joe. This is prints from, and I may have shown it before.
It's sideways.
Is that right?
There you go.
That's
now move it to your right a little bit.
To my right?
No. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, that is so cute.
These were panels, and it came with 3 yards of fabric. And hold on a second. Let me take me off of that. It is from a company that actually went out of business, in a printing company. And I forgot what it is. It's on the salvage someplace, but it is from a printing company that went out in 2005, and it had some reds and black, and I looked it up, and the panel piece they wanted $35 for the panel piece. online, and I said in the fabric they wanted 20 something dollars a yard if I was to buy more of it, and I said no. But I got that for $5 for all 3 pieces,
Oh,
and
that's
I
not-
think it's the panel and 6 yards of fabric. So I'm not doing anything with it, Joe. I'm just going to keep it and let it keep increasing in value since that company is no longer around. That's kind of like my Bitcoin. Each thread has. It's,
Good
hey,
morning,
Donnell.
Donnell.
How are you?
Ooh, we said that in stereo.
I know. So yeah, I go around and I don't, but when I go to the estate sales, I'm always looking for the vintage fabrics and things from, of course, I don't know what to do with the smell of it sometimes because, sometimes it smells like, um, it doesn't smell bad. It just smells like something that was kept away, probably like how our fabric is going to smell like. It's just kept away, used, dusty, old, probably. It doesn't smell
that
like
old
really.
book smell.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, my featherweight case. When I bought my featherweight and it came in the case, I had to put the case in the shed outside because it smells like an old dusty library. I mean, and you could smell it throughout my house. It just smelled like an old dusty library. And so I put Lysol on that baby and it's out in the shed, airing out.
Try poof.
Huh?
That's poof. It works on
Poof?
everything. Poof.
What?
Especially for animals. If you have any animal, poof.
Uh-huh.
It works. It's
Where do you
organic.
where do you buy poof at?
Amazon. It's on
Ooh.
TV. They have commercials, but it removes the scent of anything without giving it scent. They
Have
use
you
it at industrial waste management plants.
So Donnell, it's because Mike loves me. No, actually, it's because Mike told me I would be the first, and he is a good man. He kept his word. Now he's going to be on all the channels. He's going to start his own channels because he's done a live. Nothing to worry about. He is so good. But I got Jeb. Have you heard of Poof? Has anybody heard of Poof? We
Yeah,
don't have Poof.
they have commercials for it.
How much? I don't remember. Well, I don't have TV. I don't have straight TV. I subscribe to channels.
Okay.
So I have Amazon TV and then I just subscribe to certain channels, but I don't have cable. So I don't ever see commercials.
Lucky.
Yeah. Because
Poof.
I couldn't see paying all that money for cable. So you have 3 minutes of show and 7 minutes of commercial, so we got rid of that. We cut the cord.
I
for that.
DVR everything, so I fast forward through everything.
I do too.
I'm going to have, does it have a real big scent? See, now I'm curious.
There's no scent.
No scent at all. And
It
on
is
the
complete
commercial,
removal.
the dude even sprays it in his mouth.
Like, I'm very sensitive to chemical in the bathroom, and this is no issue. It just is incredible.
Oh, and so is it just a deodorizer? I'm really curious because I have a dog.
It removes organic odors. They spray it at waste management plants to remove the scent, and it removes all animal or organic scents, and it would work for the bag too. I think it's natural. I'm not really sure what it is. It could kill everything for all I know. I don't know, but it works.
So y'all just
I think it's more natural than anything because it's safe for pets.
Right.
So I'm just going to go ahead and have to buy me some Poof. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
Because I didn't spend enough at So Yeah. Now I'm going to go with some.
Did you get a raffle?
I did not get a raffle. And I wish they would let you pick a bundle that that you could purchase and get a raffle ticket, because I've been disappointed with several of my mystery fat quarters. That's
I
where I
don't
get
get the
that.
back quarters. I have enough.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I get some of that fabric that I just say, what am I supposed to do with this? This is fabric that you use to tie off and make a ribbon or something for something else.
Pass it along. You'd be shocked. I have ugly fabric that Donnell, Debbie, they're like, love. Here you go.
Yeah, some fabrics I don't know. I don't know what to do with it, because it's just one fat quarter, and it's like there's nothing else that I have. So I don't, it's not that they're ugly, it's just not in what I would go out to the store and say, ooh, I just need a yard of this,
You have your ugly fat
Me,
quarter.
Judy and Joyce. What, Mike?
Your ugly fat quarter challenge.
We are going to do one ugly fat quarter challenge probably sometime after 4th of July, and it's going to take a month, and then it's just going to be a game, and I have to think of a prize for it. And
Well,
we're
I
going to do
plenty of ugly,
plenty.
but I don't yuck other people's yum. Like, you guys might love what I hate. It's
Good
weird,
morning,
but
Sheila.
everybody likes. Morning.
Good morning, Sheila.
Well, so sometimes I don't care for batiks very much, and a lot of people like batiks, and I like the color range of batiks. I'm not a fan of the feel or the smell of batiks. So, because to me, batiks smell like crayons.
Yes.
I mean, when you get it, it smells like crayons, and I don't like the texture when I'm sewing with it. But I think it's really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to spend money and sew something, you may as well sew something you love and work with fabric that you love, and not just do it because everybody else is doing it or using it.
Good morning, Judy.
Yeah, I think, and some people make, so yeah, I had this bundle of batiks yesterday, and I think it was 21 yards or 21 1-yard cuts or something, and it was really, really pretty. And in the right hand, the right sewist, the right creator, they can make something beautiful. I'm not it. It would just look like a hodgepodge, a hot mess.
I'm like 21 yards of a full anything is exciting because you could do anything with it.
Uh-huh.
Which is a dangerous spot to be in.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have 1 yard all. No.
Good morning, Joyce.
Sheila is still at the lake. Well, Sheila, that's because you're an early riser, and after this, you'll go back and take a nap. You just needed to get up and see us. You missed us.
Yeah.
But so, Mike, since we have you here, we're just going to, what do you make? What do you create? I know that you said that you've created things in the theater and everything else, but what kind of, do you like, do you like modern quilting? Do you like?
I love modern quilting.
Mm-hmm.
But I love piecing.
Mm-hmm.
And I like just the usage of the machine. I'm getting back into the feel of using a machine. I haven't used one in about maybe 25 years. So it's nice to play with the machine again and really get into it. And it's all just like riding a bike. It's all sense memory. You think you forget it, but it really hasn't changed. Computers have changed. The way that I have drafted in the past has changed. The way I've painted has changed. The sewing machine hasn't changed. It's still.
And that's a good thing for us old people.
Yeah. I could barely use this Zoom thing, but I could use a sewing machine.
Yeah, the sewing machine is the sewing machine, whether it's if you got a treadle or one of these fancy things. And Joyce, I hope if you heard when I said hello, hello. But so are you making quilts right now? Or are you
Right
just
now, I'm making quilts.
you're making quilts? And
Right.
do
I
you
was
make
very paper crafting for about a year there. And then
mm-hmm,
I just on a whim bought the machine. And I said, oh,
mm-hmm.
let's go buy a machine. And I didn't buy anything cheap. So then I'm like, all right, I need some fabric. And my shopping instinct kicked in and it was bad. And then I found that channel. And then and I'm like, oh, this is fun. And then it was fast. And I'm like, oh, all right, boom, boom, boom. I need this. And then I started buying stuff I didn't need. So I'm very well stocked. I like to have all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a
Before
well
you get
stocked studio. Yeah.
right, because you don't want to have to stop in the middle of your project and wait for Amazon to deliver or have to make that run to the store. You want it all around you.
Right. I
And
can't stop. Once I start, I just like to go and run for it. Once I stop, then it's just a weird wall.
mhm.
That's just my creative process. It's very weird. No walls.
Donnell said, "Hey, Mike, bus, bus, bus."
Bus is right. I don't go on that bus anymore. They were good last night. Everybody was good. Apparently, you were the only one buying. I
Hey,
heard polka
Rita,
dots. I said it's over with Felisa.
Hi, Rita.
Andrea, Andrew, do you want to come up? You can ask Mike yourself. We won't mind. We won't mind. I put the link if you want to come up. But I missed it if you want to retype it.
Oh,
Did you?
Andrea, I haven't made your pattern yet, but I have polka dot fabric, believe it or not, put aside. So
Are
yes,
they?
I am making Andrea's pattern.
Oh, okay. I haven't
That's
been on.
the list.
I'm waiting for your website. I am part of the Renegades, but I never show up. I'm just there.
Works.
I'm very sporadic when I talk to him.
They're all fun.
I read it all.
Oh, what at so yeah. It's so the most engaging part if you're sewing and you just need something on the TV, it's not so much what they're selling, it's those side conversations because T Income comes up with some it's like what? So what are you talking about?
Sometimes, yeah.
He is such a motor mouth. I mean,
They all have their own quirks in their own fun little way. So I enjoy them all.
Judy Mike does have a channel. He has no content yet. This is his debut, so everybody clap for Mike. And then you will start seeing him everywhere and anywhere that will accept him and take him. And I'm so excited that he even joined this morning. But if you click on his name, it will take you to his YouTube channel. And you can subscribe and turn on your notification because I will be there the first time he goes live.
It'll be a busy month.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. I have no idea what I am about to be put through.
And so, the one thing about lives, because I've said it before, I'm really an introvert. And up until the time I went, the first time I ever went live and I covered myself, I think it was in Mona's or it might have been on Kathy's, but I've never liked taking pictures. I don't like being on video camera. I don't like, but so after I did a couple of moments, I said, okay, I'll do it for Rita for that so long. And it's like, well, everybody has seen the ugliness and everything else. You may as well just keep doing what you're doing. Just, I mean, so, but it's really hard for an introvert. I don't think, Mike, that you're an introvert.
I am.
Are you?
I am. I have terrible stage fright.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I do
So
too.
So I am exactly the same way. You know, one of those people who can get up in front and they're wonderful orators and they can get their thoughts across to people. And I'm not that. I'm not that. Thanks, Joe. But, you know, I'm not one of those people. I'm one of those people who will break out in sweat in front of a group of people and forget my lines. I could never act. I
Apparently,
remember.
I'm very good. Like in the moment, I'm up there and I have complete control of the room. And then I walk out and I'm like, what did I just say? I have not a clue what I just said. So I
I'm
have to
more ad
trust that
lib.
everybody's not lying to me and it was all good.
I'm more ad lib
Yeah.
because I
It's easier
forget
that
what
way.
I was supposed to talk about. And
I need
Yeah.
tangent pads. You need a tangent pad because I could go way over there.
Well, okay, so this is the thing is we tend to be all in our pajamas on Sunday mornings, and I don't care if you're in your pajamas, as long as things aren't, falling out.
okay, as long as it's all covered up.
So pajamas are fine, no makeup is fine, Phyllis Diller hair is fine, although Mike went ahead and took care of that. I was really looking forward to seeing that. I was really, really,
I know she was.
but y'all can come
Wow.
on in your y'all can come up in your pajamas. It doesn't matter to us. We come up on our pajamas. That's the whole
Bring
thing
your
about the
coffee.
Sundays. Yeah, bring your coffee. Just have some chat. I rarely ever sew on a live that I'm on because I can't sew and talk at the same time.
I'm going to try that. I don't know if I can sew and talk at the same time.
You probably would. Donnell can. There are specific people that can do that, but I feel like I'm ignoring you if I'm sewing and I'm not looking at the camera, and then I'll get busy and forget you guys are even there and start cursing and stuff, and that would not be good for anybody. No, I don't curse, but
I do.
uh,
I
no.
do.
Now, my husband, you might hear my husband cursing in the background or something, but you'll see me pulling my hair out, or I'll just forget.
In junior high for English, they tried to get us up in front of the class and do our little speech. I refused to do it. And the teacher says, if you don't do it, I'm going to fail you. I said, okay, I'll see you next semester. And she says, you're serious? And I said, yes. I said, I cannot get up in front of people. She says, not even if you think about them being naked or something. I said, oh, that would just gross
Does
me
that
out.
work?
No.
That would gross me out. So I told my dad, I said, okay, I'm flunking English. My dad went to the teacher. My dad worked at the school, so he knew all the teachers, and he went to her and he says, you can't make her do it. He says, she is not the type of person to stand up in front of a group. But when I was working, I had to lead one of the meetings. And oh my gosh, I was standing there, I was hanging on to the pole because I was losing my legs. They were going to jelly. And so finally, I just picked out one person to watch. And that's how I got through it. But boy, was I shaking the whole time. And now look at me. I'm on Lisa's live. Jeez.
It works.
Donna would throw up before an oral book report. So this is how nervous I get. I remember once that we had to get up in front. We were all supposed to run. You know how you have like class president or whatever when you're in junior high school. And I had a friend who was running, and he was a real sweet boy. And he went and he read his whole little 2-minute speech to me. and I shared mine. And I got up there when I had to get up front, and I had to get up in front and give my little speech before he did. And I gave his speech. I was so nervous that everything he told me, I repeated. I didn't do my speech. And he just looked at me. He just looked at me. He says, I can't believe you did that. But it was just what I remembered. I remembered his speech, and that's what I did.
Speech.
It was a good speech. He won because I did say, "Oh my gosh, that was it."
Well, you drove his point home.
That's right. I wanted him to win.
That's hysterical.
Oh, Judy passed out.
Oh my gosh, Judy. I was right there with you, girl. Oh my gosh. And even now, when I'm talking, I can be talking along, and all of a sudden I just stop. Because I can't think of a word that I want to say, or it completely loses from my brain. And I just stand there. And my husband, he just starts laughing at me. And I said, it's not funny. And he says, yeah, it is, because I know the word that you want.
Well, and here, sometimes you think you're all by yourself if you don't have a big group of friends. As an introvert, you tend to have smaller groups. You have people that you work with and you deal with on a daily basis, but you have a smaller group of unit that understands you, that, hey, you got to call me before you come to my house, or that if I can say I'm going to make plans with you, but it's subject to change. I might find a reason to back out at the last minute. That's just what introverts do. It's really hard for us to group. And then you get on social media like YouTube, and you have a channel, or you're on somebody else's channel, and you find out that you are not alone, that there are a lot of other crazy people out there with you that are just like you.
It's true. You guys are my kind of crazy. I enjoy this kind of crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
And I do too. And
in the most respectful way.
And the best part is I got to know you in chat.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I know you already by the time I actually come up and be with you.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, and even if I'm just lurking all day and I can never comment because of work, because sometimes we do have to work. And
I don't think Lisa works. Really, I don't.
I work. Donnell doesn't work.
She's in every single chat that I go to.
So I work. Donnell pretends to work because you get to see Donnell, and she is the moderator for several channels, and I'm thinking, how can you work and moderate at the same time and but she is so good at it. Donnell is just very good at taking care of multitasking. She is, yeah, Donnell. So every time I go and do something, Donnell, my phone rings, and my phone is, what do you call it? My work phone is through my computer. So so I have to answer my computer, my work phone that way, and it freezes what I'm watching on YouTube. It just freezes what I'm watching on, and so I miss a lot of content. And it does come by through my phone. It rings on my computer and then goes to my phone. And so I have to stop what I'm doing on YouTube to take care of work calls. And one of the guys that I work for, he's always like, "What you doing?" I can't say, "Well, I'm watching YouTube right now." Just getting into the conversation. Oh, you got YouTube playing on your cell phone. Yeah, well, I normally watch it. I can't watch YouTube when I'm working because I'm not supposed to have anything else going on that has anything to anything when I'm on my work computer. And so I'll have my laptop on, like I'm on my laptop, and I'll have YouTube going there, or I'll have it through my phone. Or I'll have it on my TV.
I don't mix my work computer with my home computer at all.
Yeah, I have my laptop. Which is what I do use my work computer because it's my computer, it's my computer, but I have it on 2 separate profiles. So if I'm doing something that is not work related, I change the profiles because all the settings are different.
I have 4 monitors, so it's like, it's obnoxious.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah, it's digital assault.
Oh, that's good though. I
like
like
you
that.
guys are over here. It's nice.
I like that. So, Mike, can you kind of generalize what you do for work? I'm
a purchasing agent for a nonprofit. So I buy everything from services to commodities and goods for 40 towers and many schools and food kitchens and pantries that we have programs with. Mm-hmm. So I buy anything from a light switch to a toilet to a full furnishing of an apartment. I schedule plumbing, fix elevators. I'm in charge of all the uniforms for the company. All the safety I'm in charge of, all the boots, pretty much everything.
That's so fun.
It's not fun at all. And they're not nice at all. And I'm looking forward to moving on. Cheers.
And Andrea said her husband works from home and they have a camera that monitors.
Oh, well, that would never happen in my house. I just won't put up with that.
Yeah. I actually manage a team for what I do. And I'm not a micromanager, but I do want to see work done.
That's fine.
So I do audit, but my people only hear from me if something is important or I'm forwarding something to them. But I do not call them first thing in the morning. I do not have them as long as they're producing and work isn't getting behind. I don't care if they're watching TV or they're on YouTube. I just want to make sure that they produce and do what they're saying they're supposed to do. And then if something slacks down or if there's an issue, then I'll bring it up to them because I do an audit for them to say, hey, I'm watching you. I'm watching your productivity. You're getting paid to do a service. So as long as you do that, I don't care if you take a 2-hour lunch or you go run to the store to get an errand done, as long as you do the work.
Right. A lot of people don't know how to do the work, though. I mean, some of us in the chat know that I have some certain coworkers that take very lengthy, loud naps mid-morning with the lights out in the room that I'm sitting in. So, I'm like, it is what it is. People can get away with certain things.
I used to have a coworker. It seemed like every 15 minutes they were going out to the restroom and they had their phone and they were having conversations on their phone. But my bosses didn't care because she was the favorite, one of the favorites, and the favorites can always get away with a lot more. And I try not to have favorites. I just do it on work productivity. Are you producing what you're telling me you're going to produce? Because in the end, I have to take it to my boss and say, this is what we accomplished. And, but I'm not a micromanager. So if they had a camera on me, I probably would start swearing. I'd turn to the camera and say,
When I worked in the hospital, I did a lot of the cash at night because I worked the overnight shift. So I took all of the cash and I would have to count it. And there would be 3 cameras over my head at the security location. And I would hate them because they would call me up and say, you missed the garbage can. And I'm like,
Oh,
Really? And they would
please.
laugh. We would all be laughing because I would know how crazy it is, and they would know how crazy that it is to them, and they're like, you missed the
Good night,
garbage.
Bernice. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah,
Take care, Denise.
So
but
that
you
I understood. That's different, you know, you're
know,
counting cash, but like if I'm like buying toilets, you don't need to have a camera on my face.
well, so I'm thinking, oh, he's an insurance agent. So I'm thinking that if you're an organization that allows people to work from home, such as mine, there is a certain amount of trust, right, that goes into it, that you're hiring these people blind for the most part. I don't think when I was hired, I never even had a face-to-face interview, not a YouTube interview. It was a phone interview. That was it. So they didn't see me. They don't know what I look like or anything.
Which is
But
weird.
there's a certain amount of risk that you take as an organization to put a camera there and say, well, we don't trust you, even though we want you to work from home. You know, I don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could find another place where they don't do that, and that's all good.
Mm-hmm. But there again, it could be that with Andrea and her husband working from home, maybe this is just something that they do to. Okay,
Bernice, Melissa's gonna go get some poof.
Get it, get it, get it, get it.
I have not seen poof on my store shelf, so it's gonna go on Amazon.
Amazon.
So
Uh-huh.
next week Sunday I'll be holding my poop up. It's like, okay.
You're gonna
I
be
was gonna
amazed.
say, add it to your Amazon list.
Add it to my
Apparently you
Amazon.
can get rid of skunk smell. That's pretty big.
Oh. So I could spray it. I wonder if I sprayed it on my car, because when I get behind those chicken gut trucks and they stink up the whole thing in the South, I'm wondering if it will take
Oh,
the odor of
It
your
should.
car.
It should.
I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that.
I have tried working without YouTube playing, and I look forward to watching people on the lives. Like, I don't watch Becca on Friday nights. I watch Becca on Monday or Tuesdays in the background. And there's a couple, like, I miss Donna's. Donna either goes too late, or like this morning she'll come on at 9, but I'm out running an errand or doing whatever, so I watch it. And it's almost lonely. It's like a family now. It's like hearing all the people that you're used to seeing and hearing, and there's something comforting about it.
You guys are the office I want to be in.
It was,
So
and we are,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
and we are here for you. I want to be with people I want to hang out with, not people that are forced on me.
Amen.
You know, and Donnell and I, a lot of times, well, Deb and Mike, we all follow each other. We'll see each other in chat. Now, I don't chat on the bigger channels because it goes too fast and I can't keep up with it. Or
I go in and I say my hellos and everything, and then I lurk.
It's Becca's. If you ever get on Becca's when you're watching Becca, and her channel is just flying because she has like
It
50 million,
does.
because she has 50 million people watching her, and you know she's.
And it's a good chat. Like sometimes you could have a completely dead chat. Her chat's really lively and fun, so it's good.
Judy said that she watches Becca on Friday Lives while she's at the bar.
She knows what to do. She knows where it's at.
But yeah, they go so quick. I can't keep up with it, so I'd rather read the chats as they're going by than inputting anything. So yeah, it's the same way. So yeah's chats, they just have these side conversations going while people are trying to build things.
And I
And
can't keep up with them.
so
I
yeah's
think
back.
I'm following, and then all of a sudden I'm like, well, where did that just come from?
And Tiffany's, if you watch Tiffany, I can't focus on Tiffany's chat because I'm watching what Tiffany's doing.
Right.
So Tiffany is one of those that I put on the TV because I'm more focused on what she's doing and how she's doing it, because her brain just works in an interesting way, and she does things that are not always by the book, and it comes out better
Yeah.
than what the pattern would say. She
Right.
just does it in an easier way. Yeah, and Soya has been on almost every day.
Every day.
Yeah, because they have all these stores now, and so they're always selling from the stores. Although I'm not really, I don't like some of their material or their fabrics from their Alaska stores. I'm not too interested in paddle boats and things like that.
Oh, Lordy, look at Brenda. She was up at 2 a.m. today.
Oh,
I woke up late. The grandson's still sleeping. Oh, and let me tell you, I'm going to use that poof on his feet because I never knew 12-year-old.
that'll work.
It'll work.
It'll work. You'd be surprised.
He came home yesterday, and he was in his room, and I went in to check on him or talk to him or something. And in 1 hour, the whole room smelled like little boy feet. I mean, it just smelled like little boy's feet.
Oh,
Oh, my grandson, the oldest one, he's 12. And so he is at that in
That
between
age.
stage. And, he's a part boy, part teenager, part I want to hug you, part leave me alone, and I told my husband that he needs to enjoy every minute of it because one day those grandkids will not want to visit us.
That's
That
right.
they'll have lives of work of their own, and we will be the smelly ones in their lives. So, but yeah. But anyway, Mike, I am glad you were here. I know that we always go over the 1 hour mark, but are you going to come up with me and Debbie tomorrow?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I work from home tomorrow, so it's a Zen day.
Oh, good. But yeah, because you and Debbie, I'm just going to kind of let you and Debbie handle it. I'm just going to
It's like having Robin Williams come out on the Tonight Show. You just let him go.
Yeah.
Oh, I was watching something on Instagram about Robin Williams, and it was in his earlier days. And I love Robin Williams. There was something just besides his humor, there was something about his heart that he portrayed on screen in everything, even from the Mork and Mindy days. It was just something in his heart.
He was realer than real.
Yeah, and sometimes there are just people that you remember that touch you, and that they're gone. And I don't know if you all listen to Christian music or watched American Idol or whatever, but I didn't realize that Mandisa from American Idol, that she died in April.
Mm-hmm.
And that I read a report where she wasn't found until 3 weeks afterwards in her apartment. But she had one of those hearts, even when she was on that stage, it was just a really good heart. And there's some people, and you're thinking, so many good people are gone, and then some of the craziest crazies are still with us.
There's that.
Yeah. But yeah. But I'm looking forward to see. So y'all can come back on Monday night, and Deb from In Quilt Bed and Mike will be with me at 8 o'clock I'll probably not say anything because um, Deb is just funny.
We'll
Deb
be
is,
caffeinated.
yeah, we'll be caffeinated. Y'all give a big thank you for Mike and his debut. I'm gonna push his channel because he loves everybody. He is so loving and kind on the chats, and you know Deb's my sis. So uh, whenever Deb wants to come up, Sheila, you won't be here. That's okay. You come up when you can. You know you're always welcome on my channel, Sheila. I love having you. But Deb's
Sheila's
my
great.
sis, and we're just gonna push it for Mike. Mike, we're gonna get you. You know, we're gonna get you like 50,000 people where you will never have to go worry about going to work in an office.
All right.
And you're just gonna monetize on YouTube. You're
Boy,
gonna
if
sell
you guys can make me create full time and have that happen, that would be a dream beyond my dreams.
Oh, and there is a show, a British show that we've been watching. My husband and I have been watching, and it is, I don't even remember the name of it, but these people are artists and they have mentors that come in that teach them how to grow their business, turn it into something income based.
Mhm.
And there are a lot of textile artists in there where they do a lot of visual art, and they show them how to make prints and fabric and sell that fabric. I don't think it was called the repair shop. I'll have to if I'll look at it and I'll write it down and I will mention it tomorrow night, because if you are very artsy and creative, Mike, we can have you start your own fabric line. You're gonna get in with the boys. We're gonna make you start your own fabric. We'll buy your fabric from you.
No pinking. No pinking. Those of us who remember me yesterday, no pinking.
No. But yeah, I don't like pinking.
No, Matt and Fallon and I are starting a revolt. No pinking.
But yeah, you could start their own fabric line. So go ahead and click on Mike's name in the link. And if you have not clicked onto Deb's, go ahead and click on her link as well and set up your reminders. We're trying to get a time where Deb can go live. Yes, Deb, where she can go live on, and we can be the guest. We can be the guest, and she knows I will be her guest, and Mona and so many people will come up with her. And we're just trying to find a good time for her where it will work for her schedule.
Lisa's been pushing it a lot.
So
we're waiting.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't care how big I grow, but I really care about the people I watch and the people who contribute in the chat, and I want to see them flourish. So if I stay at 100 or whatever, if only one person watches me, that's fine. But I want all the creators out there to be successful, because I think that there's room out there for people who are not doctors and who are not lawyers and who have a creative nature, because they bring a lot to the table and they make our lives happier, even if we work full time and we just do it as a hobby. These people enrich our lives. So, just having this relationship with Mike and Deb and seeing everybody, Joe and everybody in here. And I'm looking forward to watching Andrea when her website goes live, and I have not received a notification for anything she's done. But Donnell, there's so many people that have become part of my lives, and I want to see them flourish, and I'm going to push them. I'm just going to keep pushing them and pushing them and pushing them, and joining them.
Well, somebody this morning just subscribed to me again because I went up one.
Andrea, there is a way, and you have to set it before you go. I didn't know I didn't know Mike was going to be on here because he could have gone and done his first live too. But you can stream to your own channel. You just have to do it, set it up before you go live. So that's what probably I'm going to do tomorrow. That way, Debbie, as I get my Debs confused. I could yell Debbie's name, but so Debbie can go live on her channel while she's live with us. And then if Mike wants to go live too, then he can be on the channel, and everybody can be on the channel, and everybody can be live.
Blow up the internet, literally.
Yeah, we can all be live with craziness. No alcohol during the live unless it's in a cup, and we don't know about it.
If you want me drinking during the live.
There'll be no table dancing.
No.
But I'm getting ready to end this. I think Donna's going to go live. Donna's going to go live at 9, right?
I think so.
Know. Okay. So that way y'all can refill your coffee, go do what you need to do, take a shower. What's a renegade chat?
Oh,
I'm not a renegade chat.
Oh, the renegade chat.
I don't have Facebook. So, I'm on the outs with that. I hear Donnell and Debbie always talking about, well, they talk on the chat. It's like, they don't talk to me. They only talk.
That's what Debbie calls her group of people.
Yeah. The renegades. But
Yeah.
I appreciate you all. Again, subscribe to Mike's channel, subscribe to Deb's channel, Andrea's
channel. Everybody.
And thank you, Mike. It's been fun. Y'all, I'll see you in the chat somewhere today. And we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. In this